銀河鉄道39。
All right, let's finish off Chapter 3 of Volume 17 of Galaxy Express 39. The title here was Borucaniku no Deshi. Borucaniku no Deshi. The disciple, the follower of Volcanic, or I guess maybe Volcanic, the disciple. They're on this planet, Are, and all Tetsudo, Meiteru, and Shasho have all been captured sort of by someone who has sort of imprisoned them, saying they must live there forever, all using different words and various sort of phrases. And it's been kind of interesting. So we paused there, and what was this last bit? Had a really hard time last time with trying to figure out what Dairu meant. We sort of figured out that maybe this is Matsumoto's term for a fictional distance of some sort. So this was 600 million dials as some sort of like type of, futuristic distance, possibly. I can't remember if it has come up before or not. So there you have it. Anyway, we left Tetsudo coming to in his place, or we saw Meiteru. So we've seen everyone at this point. We had gone back to Tetsudo, and he pulled on his chain. He was getting angry, and he was like, this iron chain fell apart. And that's where we paused. So after all that preamble, let's go. Guchang. The chain just appears to actually be like crumbling. Ore Superman. I'm Superman. Suruto nanika ne kono kabe datte. Therefore, or like basically if that's the case, like what could it be? Talking about this wall, or like what is it, or that sort of a thing. Talking about this wall. Dabe Gua. Dwayne. Gua. Okay, well there he just burst out of the he apparently is Superman. We're gonna find something about how, I don't know. There's surely some reason for this to be happening. So there you go. And again, remember this planet casts a shadow down on this nebula. So there's that whole thing going on as well. Okay, there's the guy that had like captured him. Oi, kora, konna koto shite kurechatta ra komaru yo. Nanto kaie yo yaro. Okay, so hey, come on. Doing this sort of a thing, if receiving, it's in a bad spot. So like if you're gonna do this sort of a rough thing, or if you're gonna do this sort of a thing, it puts me in a bad spot. Nanto ka ie. Oh, say something. Say something, you dude. Uruse yai shita koto kai. So shut up. Yai shita koto kai. I guess like having done something. Uruse yaishi. I think the shita koto ka is like, what do I know? Like, hey, what do I know? Shut up. Like, what do I know? The yai is sort of like a hey you, I think. Tetsudo. Okay. Meiteru. Oh, she's with her captor. Apparently they're out for a ride. Doyatte ukabiagattan dai? How doing ukabi? Like floating? Like how are you floating? Yeah, like how doing floating and rising up. So last he saw her, she had sunk into that black goo. And so basically he's asking like, how did you rise back up? She responds, この人の乗り物を力ずくでお借りしたのよ. This person's riding thing, this person's lift, with the power borrowing. Chikarazuku. Brute force with all one's might. Borrowing with all one's might this person's ride. That doesn't sound like that was a freely given thing. Honore. Yeah, honore is not a polite way to refer to someone. Like, you. Is she tied up? She might be tied up. Okay, yeah. So she's like, you, curse you. Anata ga ana baka chikara no mochinushi dato wa omowanakata wa. You, that's sort of a crazy strength. As for having, didn't think. I didn't think you were that crazy strong. That was funny. Mochinushi. Yeah, the owner or proprietor, possessor of crazy strength. As for you being the possessor of crazy strength, she's got a gun. Dame Meitoru. It's no good, Meitoru. Like, don't. Bishi. Good. Oh. Well. Kizetsu saseta dake yo. Kono kuruma e nosemashou. Kizetsu. Oh, fainted. Fainted making just. So I just made him faint. Kizetsu. So that's like to sever the consciousness, sever the spirit. Yeah. Toward this vehicle, let's ride. So basically, just made him faint. Let's ride on this vehicle. Kizetsu ka? Fainting? Oh, he's taking the guy along. Koitsura wa tsumari minna horyo to iu wake kai? As for these guys, I mean, everyone, horyo, prisoner, like a prisoner of war. Everyone is the reason talking about being a prisoner of war. Koitara tsumari minna horyo to iu wake kai. The reason there for the iu wake kai, he's asking, like, I'm not sure what he's asking about them being, everyone being a prisoner. So let's really check this real quick. Yeah, this is really like, is the reason that everyone's a prisoner? Horyo? Anyway, he's asking this question. Meitoru responds sort of not responding to that. She's asking, Taskeru no yo? Saving? Like, are you saving him? Will you save him? Kono hoshi wa mou sugu tsuburete shimau wa. As for this planet, soon, momentarily, it will be destroyed. It will crumble. The shimao meaning kind of finality to it. Tsubureru. Yeah, to be smashed, to cease to function. Not unusual for the planets that they visit. 助けないとこの人たちは死ぬことになる。If don't help, as for these people, dying event will become. So if we don't help the people, they will die. Now, I guess 助けるのよ. Maybe this is still Tetsuro asking, like, should we save them? And then she responds with this. Because it doesn't really seem to make much sense for her to ask that and then explain. So, 助けるのよ. That's probably Tetsuro. 助ける. All right. 潰れるって、smashed, become useless, you say. あとは車掌さんだけね。間に合えばいいけど。Indeed. As for the remainder, it's just Mr. Conductor, you know, right? If in time, that will be good. It'll be good if we're in time. Okay, now this lady is saying, お父さんはとても手強いわ. As for father, very much like a scary hand. 手強い. Difficult, stubborn, redoubtable. You know? 私たちのようなドジは踏まないよ. As for our manner of doji, blunders. As for our blunders, I guess he's not gonna like them. He's not gonna tolerate them. Let's not step on. Doji wa fumanai. Will not experience, will not undergo our... Oh, maybe this is more like he won't commit our types of blunders. Maybe that's what that's supposed to mean. 私のようなドジは踏まないわよ. Okay, and then maybe this is this guy talking? Maybe he's woken up? I don't know, it's hard to tell. そうさ。大ボルカニック教授は偉大な人だ. That it is that way, that's right. The big volcanic teacher, as for him, he's an impressive big person. A kyoju, professor, yeah. As for big volcanic professor, he's impressive, he's important. ボルカニック教授、そう、あの人生きていたの? So she says, Professor Volcanic, I see that person living, so he's alive. 知り合いかい? An acquaintance. よく知ってるわ. Well familiar. ここらではとても有名な人なの. Hereabouts, as for hereabouts, very much a famous person. That's why. Okay. ボルカニックって何の専門家だい? Talking about volcanic, what sort of a specialty is it? Like, what's his specialty? Senmon is usually like, you know, what you major in college or whatever. And senmonka is like specialist, the house of the specialty. So what's he a specialist in? バカなことの専門家。プロフェッショナル。プロフェッショナル。A specialist of stupid things? Professional. A professional specialist of stupid things? バカなことの専門家。プロフェッショナル. Okay. One could potentially say that of all senmonka. Okay. Okay, so it's not clear. The ba here might be, suddenly it looks like there's a bunch of fracture lines everywhere. That might be what this sound was and why there's like suddenly like, oh no. Now, last they left the train was in pieces, right? Oh. Oh. Dame maniawanai wa taihen yo. So it's no good. This is Meitoru talking. It's no good. Not in time. This is terrible. Go. I guess this is the planet breaking apart. Like all the black bits. It's kind of hard to tell. Like, did the vehicle here go up in the air? Is it just falling apart because nothing's below it anymore? Indeed. This will be like the second planet they've been on when it fell apart, isn't it? There we go. No more shadow. Oh my. Okay. So there we can see the bits of the train. That, I think, is the vehicle they're on. And let's just zoom in so we can see better what dialogue is going on here. Let's assume this is Tetsuro and this is Meitoru. Wa, hoshi ga kudakete seiyu no nakashi ne ame no you ni futte yuku. So wow. The star, the planet, is crumbling, and toward the center of the nebula, the star cloud, like rain, is going and falling. So I guess that's what it's supposed to mean. Oh, okay. So this is supposed to be like the nebula down there below. This is the planet now being more like dust, and it's going down like rain. Got it. That's what that's supposed to look like. Yeah, so it's going and falling like rain towards the center of the nebula. Hayaku shasho-san mo mitsukenai to taihen yo. Quickly, also Mr. Conductor, if don't find, it'll be bad. So basically, we have to find him quickly. And put the train back together. And okay, well, there's the house. Asukete kure! Do the favor of saving. Help me. And what do we have here? Oh, okay. It's Shasho and Volcanic. That's the person to the right. Ah, ie goto futteru yo. Oh, the house itself is falling, is raining, precipitating. What does futteru actually mean in this place, in this point? Yeah, it's precipitating or rain or falling. E.g. rain, e.g. houses on crumbling planets.
Oh, ha, 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 ha.
Come on, Don. Hayaku shuyo shinai to mawari no kuki ga nakunaru wa. That's Meitoru. Quickly, shuyo is going to be like recovery. Yeah, this is like obtaining and contents. So accommodation, reception, housing, custody, etc. But basically, quickly that, if don't do, then the surrounding air will become nothing. So in other words, again, we must quickly do that. Hayaku, quickly. To-chan, Dad. Oh, nandaru kiseki tasukatta. Oh, what sort of a miracle saved? Presumably at some point. Okay, nantaru here is like what? Usually an expression of surprise, but Here it's clearly like joy, but it's strong. Like, oh, what a miracle. We're saved. So Meitoru knew the planet was going to blow up, but clearly they did not. I guess we'll find out why she knew and all that eventually here. Nandaka shanai wa ningen no yama da. Somehow, as for inside the vehicle, it's a mountain of people. Gaman shite kikansha to sharyou o nanto ka shinakya. Do perseverance, hang in there. The engine car and the passenger cars somehow, if don't do, So somehow we must do with the engine car and the carriage cars. Or we must do something. Saiwai. This might be Tetsuro. Saiwai. Kikansha ni ijou wa nai mitai ne. Fortunately, happily, to the engine car, as for abnormalities, not existing, it seems, you know? So fortunately, it looks like there's nothing wrong with the engine car. Okay, and they're back on. That was fast. And we see the engine car talking, again, as always, it's in katakana. Seiki no shinkatsuki wa Seiki no shinkatsuki wa kona ni natte shoumetsu shiteru. Okay, this is like the correct measurement connection equipment. Oh, that's the connectors. The connectors, meaning the couplers between the engine cars. Seiki though, regular. Okay, so as for the regular couplers, connectors, into dust becoming and destruction is doing. They've been destroyed and they've become into dust. We saw that at the very beginning. That's why the train got split up in the first place. Hijou yo no kyuchaku shinkatsuki o shiyou suru. The emergency use absorption landing. Kyuchaku? Yeah. Attachment, adhesion, connection equipment, use will do. So we'll make use of the emergency use adsorption attachment equipment, coupling equipment. How fortunate. Himo demo nande demo ii kara hayaku tsunaide dashutsu shite kure. Okay, so even free time or even whatever is fine. So because of that, quickly connect and do escaping, do that favor. So basically, do it and get us out of here. Himo demo. Okay, we're not going to get that. Non-demo. Himo again is like free time. Even free time or even whatever, it's fine. But basically, quickly connect, do escape, and do the favor of like getting us out of here. There we go. That's all the easy stuff, right? So there they go. Oh. Done. Easy enough. Okay, so let's quickly check. Yeah, there's only about 5 pages left, so we're going to wrap this up pretty quickly here. Renketsuki ga konna ni naru nante ne. Yaki ire ka. Shieldo ga tenukari datta no ne. Okay, so how could, or it's unbelievable that the couplers would become dust, that they would pulverize. Yaki ire? Like baked something? Hardening, tempering? Was it the hardening or the tempering? The shield, meaning there's usually like some sort of shield around the train. Tenukari. Oh, like removed, maybe? Oversight. A shield oversight, was it? Datta no ne? It was that, wasn't it? An oversight for the shield? A shield oversight? Oh, yeah, this is Yaki-ire ka shirudo. So a shield or hardening oversight it was, wasn't it? So those are linked with like the or. 連結器は大切な場所だのにね. As for the connecting equipment, as for the connectors, couplers, important place it is, even though the connector equipment is like an important place. Oh, because they're saying because there was an oversight of the shield or the hardening, even though they're important things. Okay. This is Tetsuro, apparently. しかし、なんだって連結器がこんなになったり、惑星あれが砕けたりしたんだろ? Okay, so Tetsuro's asking the obvious question, which is, however, talking about what or why the connector equipment becoming dust, pulverizing, the planet Are having also done smashing, being destroyed, I wonder. So, nandate, what is it? Yeah, what is it about the couplers becoming dust and also the planet Are becoming pulverized into dust, I wonder? ボルカニック教授の鉄食い虫のせいよ. Volcanic, Professor Volcanic's iron-eating bugs, it's their fault. So say is like a negative due to something. So like the fault of something. It was due to the iron-eating bugs of Professor Volcanic. That explains a lot. Except the obvious stuff. 機械人間の金属食料用消化促進剤として開発したんだけど. Okay, so machine humans like metal food use vanishing 促進剤. No. Digestion 促進剤. Accelerant, stimulant. Okay, so like, and kaihatsu is like to do an introduction of an outbreak? Development. Oh, okay. So this is what he was doing. Did a development of, I guess, as a digestion accelerant for metal food use for machine humans. Oh, the bugs. The metal-eating bugs were done as a development for that purpose. Okay. 大儲けしようとボルケニックは大量酸化をto measure 測ってそこら中に振りまく結果を作ったのよ. Okay. 大儲け. Large profit? Oh, trying to make a large profit? As for Volcanic, who was trying to make a large profit, a large amount of sanka, like product. Where is it? Not obstetrics. A large amount of sanka. Well, we want that san and we want that ka, so let's just do this. Okay, that's interesting. Is Dairio-san more the word of choice here? Okay, yeah, Uryo-san is mass production. So as for volcanic, in order to make a big profit, or trying to make a big profit, measured that places inside Furimaku Kekka Otsukutta no yo. Ooh. In order to do mass production. Hakate Sokoraju. Sokoraju, everywhere, all over the place. Furimaku. Scattered, lavished the results, and made. Okay. So as for volcanic, trying to make a big profit, he manufactured scattered results everywhere and measured. Why hakate? He plotted, attempted, devised. No, it's to measure. Conjectured, inferred. A mass production. Oh, he measured everywhere. Okay, so after volcanic, trying to make a big profit, he measured everywhere and like manufactured, I guess, lavishly the results of a mass production transformation. It sounds like he just made a lot of this stuff in order to make a profit. Bacteria ni chikai saizu no mono dakedo mushi wa mushi. Okay, so bacteria approaching size of a thing, but as for bugs, they're bugs. So again, she's still talking about the Tetsukui mushi. That again, they were approaching the size of bugs or bacteria, but bugs are bugs. Kinzoku o tabete yokai shi sanka shita fun o suru mushi. Bugs that poop, well, eating metal and yokai shi and sanka shita fun o suru mushi. I think they poop out rust. Yeah, melt, dissolve. So eating metal, doing dissolving, doing melting, doing oxidizing, and bugs that poop out, who do poop of the rusted thing. Sanka is just going to be oxidation. Yeah. Yeah, so again, bugs that do oxidized poop, eating and dissolving the metal. Mukashi kara ita so mezurashii mono janai kedo. So from ancient times or from a long time ago existing, like that's been around a long time, that sort of a strange or rare thing, it isn't. So it's not so rare or strange, but kedo, Ryo-san kigyo ni shita no ga chigateta wa. However, the mass production kigyo enterprise, doing it that way, as for making it a mass production enterprise, that was different. Okay. それじゃあ、壁をぶち抜けたもの、鎖をぶち切れたのも、鉄食い虫にやられたボロボロになってたせいか? So then, basically, like the event of punching out the wall and even the crumbling of the chains due to the metal-eating bugs, iron-eating bugs was done and the fault of falling apart. So he's putting it all together. He's saying it was because of that. It was that fault, that issue. Buchinuke. I wanted to just check that. Yeah, to punch, to hit, to pierce. Okay. 星中全部ボロボロで逃げ出すのは簡単だったわ. Okay, so through all parts of the planet falling apart. So because all parts of the planet were falling apart, as for escaping and getting out, it was easy. Okay, this might be Shasho talking. It looks like he's doing something here. 自分で変な虫を振りまいてむちゃくちゃにしておきながら、心細くなると我々を捕まえて一緒に暮らさせようなんて嫌な性格ですよね。Okay. On one's own or by oneself, strange insects, furimaku, scattering, sprinkling, lavishing, into craziness doing, while doing that, kokoro bosoku. What is kokoro bosoku? A narrow heart? Oh, that's right. Discouraging, hopeless, all that becoming we, tsukamaete, I guess like capturing us and together trying to make live, how could, and all that. That was a bad seikaku, wasn't it? A bad character, disposition, nature. Okay. Iyana seikaku desu yo ne. Yeah, it was a no good, a bad character, personality, disposition, nature. Trying to make us live together and capturing us and becoming of like hopeless, forlorn while doing all these things with the bugs. Okay. Still not quite clear why they were trying to make them live there forever. That's not quite a clear answer. ボルカニック一族のせいで惑星あれの人たちはみんなよそへ逃げ出しちゃったわ. Okay, well, here's sort of an answer. Due to the fault of the volcanic family, the planet Are's people, as for them, everyone to another place fled. And finality with that shimata. They all fled to a different place. So they were looking for people to stay there, I guess. So now we hear voices from the other car. That's clearly the volcanic family. To-chan, kore kurai de hekotare nai yo ne. Dad, with this extent, hekotare nai. Oh, like, don't lose heart. Don't lose heart with, like, what's happening to this extent of things. Oyako chikara o awasete gambarimashou. Parents and child combining strength, and let's do our best. Let's hang in there. Nikkera ni kuromurae, oh, this is like Cromley, like maybe, and Nikkera, like nickel. This is like nickel and chromium, sort of, but I think that's supposed to be the kids' names. Maybe. Nikkera ni kuromure, sore de koso wa ga ko da. Washi no deshi ja ureshi zo washi wa. This is clearly volcanic talking because he's talking to himself about himself as washi. And again, so this is like by Nikkera and Kromre, with that in particular, mi waga koda, like I am a child. My pupils, my students, you are, I guess. Washi no deshi-ja. Yeah. Like I'm happiness as for me. それでこそ我が子だ. Oh, no. Wagako is just like my children. Yeah, one's own children. Like, you are my children, my disciples. It's happiness as for me. Yade. Well. Gakin! Okay, suddenly there's some sort of loud sound. Don't tell me they brought in the metal. Okay, that was the sound of the train separating. Aria mata hijo renketsuki ga ikaremashita yo. Oh no, hey Yamu. How's it going? Welcome in everyone. All right, here we go. Shasho was remarking here, saying, Aria mata hijo renketsuki ga ikaremashita yo. So, oh my, again, the emergency connection equipment, the couplers, broke down. Ikaremashita can sometimes, we often more see it as to be crazy or gone mad, but it does mean to be broken or to break down. And then presumably this is Tetsuro. Volcanic oyako no sharyou ga kuso mata nanika furimaita na. Okay, so volcanic parent and child's train car, meaning like that it's that one. Damn it. Again, something scattered something. Oh, he's like, oh no, could it be like, again, he scattered something, meaning like the iron eating bugs? Maybe. Let's see. Let's assume this is Shasho-san. Mo mataku roku demo nai mono o tsugitsugi ni hatsumei surun desu kara ne. Hey there, hee. How are you doing? Okay, so already wholly oroku demonai. That's the good for nothing. Already wholly good for nothing thing, one after another, doing hatsume it is, isn't it? You don't know enough Japanese yet for this? Oh, that's fine. That's what I'm doing the translating. You can still practice trying to read the hiragana and the katakana. Hatsume, yeah, invention. Okay, so again, this is like still wholly worthless things, one after another, doing invention of, isn't he? I guess. And this looks like Meiteru. Doko e itte mo okashi na mono o tsukute wa sekken o sawagaseru hata meiwaku na hito yo. Okay, so even wherever going, so to wherever, even if go, so no matter where he goes, strange things making, as for making strange things, no matter where he goes, sekken, world society, sawagaseru, causing an uproar, sawagaseru? Yeah, causing trouble, agitating the society, the world, and a person who is a hata meiwaku. That's like annoyance, but what is hata? A nuisance to other people, inconvenience to others. So that's Meiteru remarking on volcanic. He's a person who's a nuisance to other people, causing an uproar in the world of society with the strange things that he makes wherever he goes. You know that? Yeah, there we go. Right. Gambaruzo! Let's do our best. Let's hang in there. So that's the volcanic family. That's probably the dad saying that to the kids. Okay. Meanwhile, there's Tetsuro. Ukkari shiteta wa sono te dou shita no? Ukkari. Oh. I guess like did careless, did inadvertent, that hand, how did. So what happened to that hand? I don't know if she's saying ukkari shiteta wa, meaning like, oh, I was careless or I didn't notice, but she's saying now, like, what happened to your hand? Kabe o buchi nuko to buchi kamashitara sono kabe wa ki dete kite te biku tomo shinakatta. Okay, so he laughs and says, like trying to punch out the wall, and when punched it, as for that wall, wooden it was made of, and surprised it became. Like, I guess I was surprised it was made of wood. Okay, so that when he punched out of the wall, it wasn't only just metal, it was also wooden, and that's how he hurt his arm. Ma oki no doku ni. Oh, it's like how sad, how pitiful. Ki no doku. Yeah. How unfortunate. Ki mo shouka suru mushi o dondon fuyaseba namami no ningen wa tasukeru no kana? Okay, so even wood, doing digestion, bugs, little by little, fuyaseba, if they increase? Yeah, if they increase. Okay, so as for flesh and blood humans, will be saved, will be helped, I wonder. So I guess he's saying like bugs that are also able to digest wood, if they increase more and more. As for, again, flesh and blood humans, will they be saved? Will they be helped, I wonder? Shiroari ga chanto imasu yo. Kaichu desu yo. Shiroari. Oh, termites. Oh, okay. That's literally like white ant. Yeah. All right. So white ants, termites, properly exist, you know. They're damaging insects. They're insects that cause nuisances, pests. Okay, so right, Tetsudo's hurt himself, so he's like pondering like about insects that might be able to eat wood, and Shasho's like, we do have termites. Hatsume suru no wa ii kedo. As for doing invention, it's good, but hito no meiwaku ni naranai mono o tsukutte ne. But being a nuisance to people, not becoming things make, okay? Meaning, it's all good and well to be inventing things, but make things that aren't going to become annoying to people. Hey. Whoa. There's the train. Okay, and finally, the ending page for the chapter. We see the nebula here, presumably the sun's up here. No more planet, it's gone. And we get our closing paragraph. So let's take a look at that. Seiyun no ue ni wakusei no kona no ame ga futta hanashi wa yume de aru. Okay. On top of the space cloud, on top of the nebula, the planet's dust rain falling story, as for that, it's famous. Okay. So as for the story of a planet's dust rain falling like rain on top of the space cloud, it's a famous story. Okay. あまりにもバカバカしいので有名である. Like, because it's excessively stupid, it's famous? Is あまりにも. Yeah. Yeah, because it is excessively stupid, bakabakashi, it's famous. 何年か後. Several years later? Yeah. Several years later, その星雲が消え失せてしまったのも有名な話である. Okay, so several years later, that space cloud, that nebula vanishing and usete? 消え失せる. Oh, disappearing, going out of sight, vanishing, etc. As for that event, also, it is a famous story. Okay, so alluding to some future event in which finally the Seiyu in itself apparently vanishes and goes away, that is also a famous story. ボルケニクとその弟子たちがどこへ行ったか誰も知らない. Volcanic and those pupils, to what place went? Nobody knows. So where did Volcanic and his pupils go? Nobody knows. Okay. A little bit less introspective on the closure there, but there we go. Okay. That is the end of chapter 3 of volume 17. Next time we have chapter 4, which we'll probably do in 2 shots, but that's the end of this volume coming up. And volume 18 is the last volume. So we are getting ever close to finishing Galaxy Express 39, the Andromeda series. So we will see and start chapter 4 of volume 17 next time. All right. Well, there we go. And it's already 10:30. Holy crap. Time flies. Well.